Hey, what's up? Welcome back again. In the previous video, I talked about something not being very good, something being not going as plans, kind of a bad sign. So, what it is, I'm gonna show you right now. And let's pop the hood and let's get under here. So here is the deal. Let's pull this too. You can't see it right now, but we have a annoying oil leak coming from the cam cover. You can't say valve cover. You can say valve cover, but this is also pressing down the cams. I wish only was a valve cover. Would have been much more easier. I should have showed you before I cleaned everything, but I think you can see it was all wet here. I was sitting over here, so I'm for sitting, and it was wet here and over here. So I'm guessing maybe I'm gonna try and see if I can get that and I think we have a little leak here. It's so small, but in time it's gonna leak down on the intake manifold and go in, so that's not good at all. I wish I would have filmed before I cleaned it up, but I got a little bit panicky and like, we're gonna get that out of here and see where it's coming from. That's the case about that. And there's another thing. Let me tell you, for you who don't know, I think for you who don't know, as I said, this is not the typical valve cover that you just unbolt, lift up, and replace gasket, and you're good. This is also pressing down the cams. I don't know how to explain it more than that. And you have to, of course, then the cams will be loose when I take this off, and you will have to take or loose up the timing belt, and obviously it's a bit of a pain in the ass, I think, but it's of course doable, nothing major with that. So that's just a minor setback, but there's a possibility that this whole cover is warped and it's not sealing good. But I think if I just would have had a little bit more of gaskets on there, it wouldn't have been a problem, I think. And we got another problem. So the other day when I moved the car, when I did the maintenance on the daily, after that I checked the dipstick and opened up the oil filler cap to see if the leak was coming from here. Maybe the gasket of this is or the seal is bad. I think it's quite bad, but I wiped it off and had it on for a while. I couldn't see any runs then, but there's many buts here. I've also noticed, which I wiped off obviously now, but another but, I had, like, the mayo like oil and also a bit on the dipstick. So what that means, there's a possibility we get water in our oil, and that would have been so freaking annoying and not good at all, obviously. But I'm not gonna take anything out in advanced, as you say here. I'm gonna have it going up to temp and maybe drive it sometimes before making an assumption. Yeah, that's the case. So I've debated with myself very much. I debated with myself, like, what are the scenarios here if it turns out that this engine is bad and we got a cracked block or something, I don't know. Let's be real also, this engine has been, it has like the odometer has it has stopped on like I'm gonna translate that to miles, and that was a long time ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if this engine has been going like 35,000. Enough of that. I've debated in my head, what should I do if it turns out that this is bad? Would it be easier to find another car? A white car would have been much nicer or much easier to skip the painting of it, and you can get them kind of cheap, but you don't know what you get engine wise there. But another but also, this car is too much of a sentimental value for us, so no, I'm not gonna this car is gonna stay with us in the family. If it's bad, I'm gonna get a new engine in the future, but meanwhile, you know, you can drive it. I'm gonna make this pass inspection and all that before it's not running and dripping oil, so you won't fail that for that if they're not picky and like removing covers and looking, which they're not on the inspection, on the MOT inspection. Let's do something else. Let's do something fun. I think it's fun. So I haven't actually done this yet. I think we're gonna test fit one of the wheels. So here we have it. We're gonna test fit one of those. The old one off again. If there's any possibility somebody watched this on my earlier videos, which I doubt, but I've shown these wheels. I like it. It's a bit blingy, but I like it. So let's get one up there. Hopefully I don't destroy it. I suck at this shit. This would have been nice, huh? It's the pin from the brake rotor. Let's try that again. We have the of course you need the I'm stupid. You need the center, I'm gonna call it center ring. Guessing it's gonna be fitting. Oh shit! A little bit better. This episode will be like me trying to get a wheel on the car. Jesus. Let's see if we can get the suspension to soften. Let's see if we can do it and make it look better. It's a bit sketchy because the car wanna stay up. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. That's a shame. But maybe you can imagine it. I know it's hard. I can't imagine it. Yeah. I'm thinking it's gonna be a very good fit. It's an 18 by 8, and the brand is called EMAS. Sorry, we couldn't get a proper look at it, but I tried. When I told you in the last video that this is a real budget build, it's not supposed to cost and all that, but then I got some new wheels. I also got some seats, and the decals obviously costs a lot of money. I did buy a car, fixed it up and sold it and got a profit on that one, and that was actually the budget for this build. Let's get on. Next up, I think I'm gonna stupid. Just remembered, there's one thing I want to do with this. I want to get the driving light wipers, that the wiper motor off, and then when you got the covers here, I'm gonna make them like fill the hole and make them all smooth. So that's something I want to do. Let's do that. Bear me out on this one. They're so buried inside here, like you can feel it from here, but there's a lot of stuff in the way, and underneath there's no way. They're inside here, really neat. But I will just cut this off, the little arm. I know it's janky and rednecky, or what you want to call it. Shouldn't do stuff more hard than it is sometimes. And this is a car, I don't care about small stuff like that. That's just waste of time for me. So let's continue. Hey, and I'm back again after after some days now. The car has been on a little test drive, having it going up to temp and all that. So now let's check under the filler cap and the oljesticka. Let's check under here, see what we got. No. Let's see a little bit. See that? Here. Can't get it to focus, but we got a little bit of white mayo stuff there. Smells like coolant, no exhaust. Either the engine is taken in water, or there's another possibility that the seal on the cap here, this is old and bad, and it's condensates, taken in condensation, that builds moisture, and that turns the oil and that water to that mayo-like. And the same thing on this, on the oljesticka here. We got a little seal here, and these are actually known, I think, to be bad, letting in some condensation and air. So what I've done is I've ordered those O-rings and gaskets. I'm gonna try that. Here I got a little package. Get that open. Little filler cap, oil sticker, and here are some. These are bolts for the rear calipers. And also another thing, I'm gonna do oil change later on, and we will see if there is any water mixed in the oil. That will be like the final conclusion that there is water. But this is a possibility, so why not rule that out by replacing these seals and O-rings. Clean that out a bit. And another thing, we don't lose any coolant. It doesn't smoke anything, and the exhaust doesn't smell. New seal on. Oh, you can actually feel the difference on that. That's nice. So got the new one on here. I think it's actually a bit small. See that? That is not how it was before. I'm gonna see if I can feel a difference. I think there's a bit more resistant now. So yeah, resistance. So let's hope this is this is one step for reassuring. It's not totally bad. And another thing, I am gonna do a cylinder leak down test. Is that what it's called? So that will be the next thing. I'm gonna drive the car again, making it go up to temp and such, and then we are gonna do a leak down test on the engine. So let's cross our fingers that it's okay. Otherwise, oh well, that's just how it is. And as I said before, this engine has been it's been on a long ride. Now I want to get moving on to paint. I want to get that done. I want to start on the prepping for the paint. let's move on and hope things get better.